Alright, so some people wanted it, so I'm going to show you how to change some of the sounds, even some of the music. I'll go ahead and go over that. Um, I'm going to try to assume you don't know too much about assembly, because I don't know too much. I know basic stuff. You don't really, there's a lot of advanced stuff I really don't know how to do. A lot of it's messing around and just learning as you go and asking questions in Discord for Halo mods, and there's a lot of helpful people there. Alright, so I'm going to start with just any mission. Once you have assembly downloaded, you just open it. Something about Halo 2 in particular is the maps are compressed. You cannot mod the maps while they're compressed, but you can play them, of course. So you have to decompress them, but you cannot play them while they're decompressed. So it's a little tedious with Halo 2. You have to decompress, mod, then compress again, then launch the game. With other games, you can just inject. It's a lot easier. So we're going to start with, let's see, I guess we can do Arbiter. That mission's not too long. So we'll do Arbiter, which is Gas Giant. Some of the level names you can kind of just assume which level it is by the name. Um, like Forerunner ship, even though it's technically after Uprising. You know this is High Charity because that's where the Forerunner ship is. So we're going to just, let's see, that's not what we want. You know what, these are my backups. Let me move one of my Gas Giant into my testing folder. It'll just be a lot easier to work with. And so I just want to open up my testing folder here. So you go Tools, Halo MCC, Map, Decompressor, Compressor. Put the map in here, click this. Choose the map file that you want to edit. Back up all your maps just in case. If you forget to back up, you can always validate Steam cache files to recover them, the originals. So I'm going to just select Gas Giant, decompress. It's decompressed, so now you can open it. Go File, Open File, Gas Giant. And then here's the tags, just header tags. You want to click tags up here. We're going to start with the weapon sounds. I'll go over that really quick. So you just want to, let's do about, I think what sword? Sword's a good example. For one specific reason I'll go over. So I guess with Anniversary, there's some additional sounds that they wanted to add to some weapons, grenades, and vehicles, anything basically. Um, like for an example, I think in the classic sounds, there's only 2 grenade sound effects for like for the grenade hitting the surfaces. But Anniversary, there's like 3 or 4 additional sounds for different materials that it lands on. For example, for the sword, it has like 2 sound effects in Anniversary when you pull out the energy sword, and it only has 1 in Classic. I came across this problem when making the original mod with the original sounds. So I'll go over that here with the energy sword. I tried doing this with other sounds like the Warthog chain gun. Um, I haven't gotten it to work. It kind of messes up the sounds. It's really loud. It's not even an actual sound. Um, but with the sword, I managed to do this and it worked. I'm sure there's a much cleaner way and an actual like official way to do this, but this is the way I found that worked. And I think the reason why it worked is because I simply just broke the sound that I didn't want, and breaking it just caused it to not play at all. So this is the additional sound I was talking about. The sword ready sweetener, I guess that stands for. Right here, energy sword ready sweetener. Ready is the one you pull out a weapon. So what you'll do is null, click null, and then I don't know if you need to do this, but I did it anyways. Uncheck all these, and that seemed to have done it. This gets rid of the additional sound, and then what you can do is go here. I'm just going to change the sword ready sound, that's it. That's all I think is necessary, because it's a pretty obvious change to show as an example. So we'll do the sword ready sound. You see how it says sound underscore remastered, and then weapons, energy sword ready. To change, this is basically the remastered sound. To change it to the classic, just do search. You just type sword and sound weapons. As you can see, the remastered ones say sound underscore remastered. Classic ones just say sound. So you basically match it up, because other than it saying sound underscore remastered, it's the same exact thing. So the remastered one would be sound underscore remastered slash weapon slash energy sword slash sword ready. The classic one is the same thing, except it just says sound. So you'll click this. And that's what I did. I went to each sound effect and matched it up with the classic instead of the remaster. So I'll do another one as another example, like Melee 1. See how it says remastered, energy, and ends with energy sword, or energy Melee 1. Just type sword in the search and just do this one instead of the remastered. That's it. And that should be it for the sword. I'll do the music in just a second. Let me just, what you gotta do is you wanna make sure you save each tag you edit, or else it's not going to save, and you'll have to do it all over again. I had to do that. It sucked. So, what is this one? I don't need this. Okay. So you could just click this one, hit save, click the next, hit save, or I think this is new. I didn't see this here before, back when I was working on the original mod, but it's here now. Save changes to all open tags. So basically that means when I click that, it's going to save all three of these. I don't have to save each one individually. So that's nice. So you can just do that. That's been saved. Now we're going to do the music, so we can close these now. So you can just type music, and the music is under, not this, not sound. It's under sound looping, this one here. This one's a little bit different. It's actually kind of backwards, if I remember correctly when I did this, than when you're doing the weapon sounds. So instead of going to the classic one, where it says remastered, and changing it, because you can see the classic ones are already classic. The only tracks I'm going to change in this case are, I can't believe I forgot the name of this track, but he says it's called Sleep Again. It's the one where you head into the room after the Phantom comes in the hangar. And then Incubus is the song by Incubus, Follow, one of my favorite tracks. So we're gonna go ahead and change both of those, because those are some of the best tracks I think on this level. So to change them, you don't, like I said, you don't actually click on the classic ones. In this case, you want to click the remastered ones. So again, we'll start with this one, Sleep Again. Gain, this is the volume. So if you want to change the volume, which is what I did, some of the tracks in the classic were too low. I changed them so they were louder. I don't know why that's still a problem. I hope 343 fixes that at some point. But yeah, they're too low. I made them louder. This is how you make them louder. You change the gain right there. So to change it from remastered to classic, you just do same thing basically. See how it says sound underscore remastered slash music slash 13 underscore sleep again, blah blah blah. You have to change all three of these to their equivalent. So just type music, easiest way to find them. See it right here. Sleep again slash in. I'm changing the in. Then music. Sleep again slash loop. Let's change the loop. And then this is the out, where it fades out. So you do music, or you could just type sleep, I would imagine, yeah. Out. Same thing. Save the tag. Done. I'm going to do the same with Incubus. And I'll show that as an example as well. I'll just run through the level as quick as I can. So I'll just do the same thing here in music, loop. I can type incubus if I wanted to. Out, save tag, done. That's about it for music and weapon sounds. Now basically I'm just going to show them as an example. Or actually, I just remembered, I didn't want to forget this. One thing I do want to show. Carbine, this is an example I did. So there's a different sound effect for firing the weapon yourself, and then there's a sound effect for anyone else firing the weapon, whether it's a brute, elite, enemy, or a friendly, marine, elites, anything. They have a different firing sound effect. So you see this is the remastered version of the Carbine Fire. This right here, which the classic ones don't have, is the LOD. LOD is the one where it's other people firing the weapon. In my mod, I didn't change this because I think it actually sounds pretty good. What it does is, me not changing it made the Carbine sound like it was both the remastered and classic Carbine firing sounds that shot at the same time when an enemy shot the gun or a friendly. I thought it sounded really nice. Didn't sound so nice in first person view when you hold it. From what I remembered, I managed to do that somehow. Which is why in the mod I have just the classic when you fire it, but when others fire it, you hear both of them. Like I said, LOD, this is the sound when others fire it. If you want to remove it, I believe you can do it the same way I did with the energy sword. You can null uncheck these, or I think what I did before, which I didn't put in my mod, is you can just change it to the firing sound as well. Carbine, fire, classic sound, and then same thing. This can be, I'll do it here. Carbine, fire, change that to classic. And then if you want to get rid of the LOD, you can change the LOD to the classic firing sound. I believe that'll take care of it. Or just null it out, like I said. I just wanted to go over that really quick in case you run into that and you're confused as to how you're hearing the remastered sound still. That should be it. So, now that you've saved all your tags, you want to close out the map. In this case, it's Gas Giant or the Arbiter. And then you want to go back to the map compressor. Let's see, I still have it selected, so I'll just click the button again. It's going to compress it. There it goes. Okay. Now you just want to move it back into your game files, which I have already open here. If you want to know how to get there quickly, just right click, Properties, Browse Local Files, and it takes you straight there. And Halo 2, this is your maps folder, h2 underscore maps underscore win64, dx11, and just, I'll drag it in here. It's going to replace it again, back up your map files so you always have the original version. Let's see, and then you can see here, just hit play. You want to use anti-cheat off, by the way. If you want to know how to change this, just right click it. You can set a custom background and logo. This is the logo. I know someone might ask that, so I just want to do that. Okay. So we'll just launch. Let me lower down the volume a little bit. That should be good. I need to change my keybinds because I have this bug where my keybinds reset every single time I launch the game. And Arbiter, we'll just run it on easy. So we can run through and get to each part, put bandana on. And let's go. Skip cutscene.
We are the arm of the prophets, Arbiter, and you are the blade. Be silent and swift, and we shall quell this heresy without incident. The storm
As you
has
can hear,
landed
that's
on our
the
front,
energy sword
and it should have their local battle net in disarray. We
been
have the element
remastered.
of surprise.
So that's how you change that. If I didn't change that sweetener sound that I showed you before, you would hear an additional sound. Like I said, there was like 2 sounds to the energy sword ready sound. There would be another one that would have played, but I nulled it out, so you no longer hear it. It's just the classic gassy kind of sound that the energy sword used to have. I didn't mean the cloak. Okay. And I'm just gonna run through the mission. Pretty much as quick as I can to show the music.
Camouflage. Reveal yourselves only after the Arbiter has joined battle with the enemy.
You may wish to do the same, Arbiter. But take heed. Your armor system is not as new as ours. Your camouflage will not last forever.
I'll show the carbine sound. As you can hear, I changed the LOD to the classic carbine, so that's why you don't hear the remastered and the classic firing from him. If I didn't change the LOD for the carbine, you would hear both the remastered and original come out of his carbine, which I think it sounds good, which is why I kept it in my mod. Just gonna run through this.
Arbiter, clear the hangar and open its doors so I may drop the second lance. Commander, I am making my approach.
Okay. That bounced off of him. That's cool. Alright, and you'll hear the classic. I can't believe I can't remember the song. But you'll hear the classic track play in a second here. Actually, no, you won't. Because I left my elites. Didn't realize that would break the song from triggering. I didn't realize that. All my elites are dead. Okay. That's okay though. Incubus should still play. Actually, you know what? I'm just brain dead. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So that's the original. I turned off some music earlier. I was playing Firefight with music on. I'll go ahead and show Incubus now. Just gotta run there. I didn't mean to do that. Oh wow, that's crazy. Alright, here's Incubus. If you wanted, I believe you can even change, like put Incubus to be the first track to play, as long as you just change the tags. I haven't done it, but I'd imagine it, I don't see why it wouldn't work.
The heretics are mobilizing their air forces, Officer. Get after their leader, but watch your
And
back.
here's Incubus
Sending one of our men to
in remastered. Alright, and that's how you change the sounds. If you have any questions or anything, just leave it in comments or post on my mod page for the mod for the Halo 2 Anniversary sound changes.